Hey Carly, what have you been doing all summer?
Oh, not much, Ellen. We took that class. The curriculum
Oh,
class.
creating curriculum for the
Mm.
21st century.
Yes.
Yes, that was really exciting.
It was
What
really
things
exciting.
were you doing in that class? I hear it was great.
Yeah, it was really great. Well, you were there.
Yeah, see, I remember it being great.
We read some really interesting books, and we really talked about a lot of really neat things, and I'm really hoping to share some things with Phil, and take things back for him, and really learn a lot about it. But I haven't really had a chance to talk to him. Have you seen him? I'd love to
Oh
chat.
wait, isn't he coming in right now? I see him.
Oh yeah, here he is.
Hey Phil.
Hey Phil, how's it going? Good, nice, excellent.
All right.
Well, Ellen and I were just talking about this class that we took this summer and how I really wanted to share some things with you about it. And, I guess I'd just like to start by telling you a little bit about the books we read and then really talk about the curriculum. So.
We read some really good books in this class. One of them was Integrating Differentiated Instruction and Understanding by Design, which was just fantastic. Another one that we read was Reinventing Project-Based Learning, which really got us all excited. And we had some other things that we really liked. There were such really great templates for doing unit work in the Understanding by Design workbook. And we really just feel like there's so much great information in these books. And Carly has some more exciting things to tell you about a unit that she's working on.
Yeah, Phil, what I wanted to show you was, I actually have it right here on my computer. What I wanted to show you is this unit that I've been working on with Forest and Farm for the science stuff. And I just wanted to show you one of the really neat things that we learned in this great book was this idea of backward design and planning a unit of study. So I just have an example to show you what I've been working on so far. So here's my unit. Here, can you see it, Phil? Okay, great. Here it is, and basically what it is instead of planning a unit like normal, it's actually called a backward design, where you start with your standards, and in stage one you start with your standards, and from your standards you develop essential questions.
And isn't it also something we should mention to Phil, that being the most important piece, the next really important thing to remember is instead of thinking about all the great, activities that you can do, it's better to think about the assessments after you get
Right.
your essential questions.
Right.
Now wait a minute. In stage one, you have to go back and don't forget to look at the state standards and unpack the nouns. Because the nouns will often point to the big ideas, that enduring knowledge that you want students to gain. The verbs often relate to the assessment piece.
And something else, remember that the big ideas and essential questions are like the pillars that anchor the various disciplines. We don't amend those based on whom we teach, but of course the needs of our students influences how we teach toward those targets.
Thanks, police officers. Now I guess, Phil, that was pretty much stage one of the backward design, and then the second stage really looks at assessment.
Well, here, Carly, in stage two, here's an easy to remember acronym. There are the features to frame your performance assessments. It's the word GRASPs. You don't have to teach or assess everything framed around the word GRASP, but however, these features do provide meaningful learning targets and worthy performance goals to assess.
And in differentiated instruction, it's important to remember that you have choices for demonstrating knowledge, skills, and understanding. There's a tic-tac-toe board format that can be designed for flexible choices of products and performances, while we keep the focus on collecting evidence based on the goals.
You can also use diagnostic and summative and formative performance assessments. Here's a rubric here that we read in the book. It's a planning rubric for feedback, self-assessment, and goal setting for students.
So Phil, the third part of the backwards design is your learning plan, where you really plug in your activities that you're going to be using to have your students work on.
And remember, differentiated instruction is absolutely necessary in stage 3. We need to select instructional strategies that respond to our students' needs, such as readiness, interest, their learning profile, or multiple needs.
Wow,
That was a lot.
that was a lot.
Wait, what's that you said, Phil? Where to now?
Where to? Well, the where to is the what, and the where, and the when, and the hook, the equipment, the revision, self-evaluation, the tailoring, and the organization.
Thank goodness, Carly, that the UBD and DI police were here to help us out in our discussion with Phil.
Certainly.
I think he'll be able to get a good understanding.
I think so too. What do you think, Phil? Well, we can't forget, Ellen, you know, the other whole part of this class, these books were great, but we had all this technology stuff too, right?
Oh, Phil, you're absolutely right.
Did I hear technology? I'm sorry. I just have a few things I'd like to unpack with you. It'll only take 5 minutes of your time. I promise, just 5 minutes. So, I want you to start with a blog. I don't know, EduBlog, Blogmeister, Blog Heaven, I don't care. Get a blog. A blog is really good. And then you might need a wiki. PB Wiki, Wiki Spaces, oh, they work so well. 5 minutes of your time, that's all I'm asking. And then maps. You need maps. You need maps if you're going to do this kind of stuff. Yahoo Maps, Google Earth, MapQuest. Mashups, never use them, but I heard they're great. Mash everything up. Public, 911. I think 911 would be necessary about now. Hey, what about pictures? You're taking all these pictures, all this technology. Picasa, Flickr, Snapfish, SketchUp, Picnic, big, huge labs, Photo Story, Animator, or whatever it's called, Amatron, I don't even know, there's so much stuff. And then, you know what you need? You need a PLN. What's a PLN? It's a personal learning network, because you have to have it. Where are you going to put all this stuff? Well, go to NetVibe, go to Gmail, go to iGoogle. I'm still unpacking, don't worry. Oh, my gosh, then what about reference material? You're going to have to look some of this stuff, aren't you? Go to Wikipedia, YouTube, TeacherTube, SchoolTube, very good. And then, when this is all done, social bookmarking. That's so in right now, and you have to have social bookmarking. You can go to Spiral, Dig, Blanket, Furl, My Web, Why, Simply, Google, and Delicious. Speaking of Delicious, you know what? Let's put this all on Delicious right now. Follow me. We're temporarily blocked from Delicious because I'm overwhelming you. It's overload. Sorry.